Hey mathematicians, so the first thing to keep in mind, the first big idea for the problems we're going to be working with today is that to add fractions together, they must have common denominators. And common denominators refer to that bottom number being the same. And in today's examples, they're all going to have common denominators. So there's nothing that we need to do special to get the common denominators to be the same. So we can just start, because we already have those common denominators, we can go ahead and start with step 1, which is to keep that common denominator. So that means that the fraction we're going to end up with for our final answer is going to have a 7 in the denominator because the fractions both have 7s already. So step 2, we're going to add those numerators. So the numerators are the top numbers, but we're also going to include those signs, those two negative numbers that are there in the fraction. So that means we're going to add together -10 plus -12 because we've got a 10 in the numerator for one fraction and there's a negative in front of there, and we're going to add it to the numerator of the other fraction, so that -12. If we add those together, that gets us -22. So step 1, you just keep the common denominator. Step 2, you add those numerators together. And then finally, we're going to simplify if possible. So I'm going to drag this fraction over here from the previous step. So -22/7. How do we figure out whether or not we can simplify it? And in order to figure out whether or not they have any common factors, you're just going to ask yourself, in this case, are 22 and 7 divisible by any of the same numbers? So in other words, can you divide 22 and 7 by anything that's the same and have them turn out to be a whole number? The answer in this case is no. So this is already simplified, so it just stays at -22/7. Problem number 2, again, we're going to keep the same denominator because both of these fractions have an 8 in the denominator. Step 2, we're going to add those numerators together, and we're going to keep those signs in mind when we do so. So here we have a +7 because there's no negative in front of it, and we're going to add it to a 13 that does have a negative in front of it. So it's going to be 7 plus -13, which is equal to -6. So that -6 is going to become your numerator. So far we've got that -6/8. And then finally, we're going to simplify if possible. So I'm going to bring that -6/8 over here. And after a little thinking, I realized that 6 and 8 are even, so they're both divisible by 2. So that means this fraction can be simplified because they're both divisible by 2. So that gives us, if we do -6 divided by 2, that gives us -3. If we did -6 divided by 2, and then 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the final simplified fraction is -3/4. In our last example, once again, what is that common? I just realized I wrote numerator when I should have written denominator. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. So keep that denominator. That common denominator they have was an 8. Then we need to add those numerators, and don't forget to include the sign involved in that. So we have a 7 with a negative in front of it, so that'll be -7, plus we have just a +1, so those equal a -6. And once again, we've got 6 and 8 are both negative numbers, which means we can divide both by 2. So that is going to leave us with a negative 3/4. That's kind of weird how that turned out. Same as the last one.